All right, so looking at the PRI adjustable gas block, all right, Precision Reflex Incorporated, been in the game for quite a long time and make some really high quality products. I'm doing an 11.5 mid-length gas build off a Faxon barrel and was looking for an adjustable gas block to use on it. It's going to be a permanent suppressor host, and so as I was looking around, I've tried the superlative arms on a 10.5 build and decided I was going to give PRI's gas block a look. So I picked it up, and initial thoughts on it are it's really nicely constructed, right? Just the finish of it, the quality, the feel, the steel they used, everything on it is really, really nice. So I'm going to build up that upper later today. But one thing I noticed as I put the gas tube into the gas block is the included gas tube roll pin, coil pin, whatever you want to call it, spring pin, was 375, right, long. So when I put it in, I actually had some of that pin sticking out either side here, right, and here. Not very much. But it wasn't flush with the actual top of the gas block. It stuck out a little bit on each side. I had a spare gas tube pin from, I don't know, Spikes or somebody else that measured like a 320. And that's what I ended up using just so it would be flush with the gas block itself. Is that going to affect function in any way? Absolutely not. That was more just an aesthetic thing for me that I wanted it to be flush. I can't say, nothing in the packaging said why their pin was longer than what the actual width of the gas block is. So maybe they have a reason and maybe I screwed up, but, from what I can tell, it was just a little bit longer than it needed to be. So the adjustment on this, it is very simple. It is the one screw on the side here that opens or closes off that gas port. There's no detents, there's no clicks, there's no springs. The screw itself has a type of thread locker compound that makes it really stiff to turn. And speaking with the guys at PRI, it is a set it and forget it type block. This one is not designed to, I want position 3 for suppressed and open it up to position 5 for unsuppressed. It is designed to tune the rifle in a specific setup and then leave it go. So that they don't have any complaints about that thread locker coming loose, and after a certain number of rounds, that screw basically is going to carbon lock in place anyway. So with this being a dedicated suppressor host, I don't think I'm going to be trying to change it back and forth. So that shouldn't be an issue, but we're going to find out. It is a set screw block. They do not make a clamp on, but looking at the set screws, they are cupped on the inside portion here. Some nice knurling on the top that is going to cut in and grip into that barrel really, really well. So we'll get it built up. We'll see how it looks. Like I said, build quality on this thing was really nice pulling out of the packages. If you see any marks in here, that's just me putting the gas tube roll pin in. So we'll follow up with the rest of this video and see how this build turns out. It's going on to a PRI upper, and hopefully, everything runs like a champ. All right, so I have the PRI gas block installed on the newly built upper, right? So it's an 11.5 with a mid-length gas. It's a Faxon gunner barrel, which they recommend an adjustable gas block. So I got it all installed. A couple things I noticed with PRI's gas block. So the first thing is they take into account a handguard end plate, like on the USGI style split plastic, and their offset from the shoulder of most barrels is 0.035. So my feeler gauges only go up to 0.025, but thankfully 17 and 18 equals 35. So I ran my 17 and 18 right next to each other, and use that to space it out. So that wasn't a real big deal in terms of getting it spaced. It's just something to take into account or keep in mind when you're doing a build, is that 0.035 offset for the gas block. Like any typical gas block, right? Getting it lined up, you know, vertical up and down. This gunner barrel from Faxon is not dimpled on the bottom. So as I mentioned earlier, the set screws on the PRI gas block do have, they are cupped and have some pretty good teeth on them. They bite into the barrel pretty hard. I don't foresee them backing off. Talking with PRI, they did not have a set or recommended torque spec for their gas block. So I went online, looked at a couple different companies, and kind of went with the 40 inch-pounds for the gas block set screws. I think I pulled that off at Aero Precision's website with one of their gas blocks. But so I went with that, expecting. So I'll keep an eye on those and see if they move, if the gas block shifts, if they back out, anything like that. And then I took it out to the range, right? Let's get this bad boy dialed in. So here's your adjustment screw right here on the left side. Being an 11.5 inch barrel, I went with a 9.25 inch Midwest Industries Combat Rail, their M-Lock version. I wanted to have access to the gas block. You know, a lot of guys like to bury their gas blocks up under the handguard. If I want to access something, I don't want to take my handguard off, especially with this one. If I had to make adjustments to it, it's like, you know what, let's just go ahead and make the adjustments easy to do. So I wasn't real worried about having it buried under the handguard. Makes it nice and simple. So I started off with the gas block, or the gas adjustment screw, completely closed. Fire one round, right? No gas in the system, nothing. I did a full revolution. Which again, their adjustment screw has no detents, no clicks. It is just has a, what you would say is maybe a thread locker or a thread tensioner on it. It takes some force to spin it. It doesn't just break free and then free spin. There's definitely a locker compound that provides a lot of friction on that screw. So it's not moving unless I want it to move, for sure. But I did one full rotation and fired another round. No bolt lock, no ejection. Third rotation, I got bolt lock and clean ejection right where I want it, you know, the 330 sweet spot, and locked the mag to the rear. So I did that 5 times, got bolt lock every time. I turned it back down to about a 2 3/4, so I took a quarter rotation off, and I did not get reliable bolt lock every time. So I had a couple where the bolt catch actually caught on the body of the carrier itself instead of the front face of the bolt. So went back to 3 full revolutions from closed, and ran another, you know, 5 or 6 single rounds, locked the bolt every time, started running multiple rounds, worked every time. And for the sake of just making sure it's going to run reliably, I added about an extra 1/8, so not a quarter, it was half of a quarter, so an extra 1/8 rotation in. So I'm at 3 1/8 rotation from the completely closed off position on the set screw, or the adjustment screw, to get reliable cycling with, I was shooting Midwest Ammunition's 55 grain 223. It's what I shoot the vast majority of. It's what I shoot the most of. I do shoot some Federal from time to time, but I shoot almost entirely for training purposes the Midwest. I will probably go out and shoot some Hornady Tap. I have some Winchester Ranger law enforcement 64 grain PowerPoint. You know, I'll shoot a couple of my defensive loads, make sure they cycle at this setting. If I have any issues, I'll crank it up to make sure I'm getting reliable cycle with the defensive load. But for a starting point with my 55 grain, what I shoot the most of, it's money. It is smooth, it is sweet. Massive difference from that carbine gas 10.5 inch that I was shooting, you know, just a couple of days ago, to this 11.5 mid-length gas. Very, very pleased with it so far. And you know, the PRI products, the upper, the charging handle, you know, the gas block, gas tube, they make high quality stuff. So the only way we're going to know how well this adjustable block holds up is shoot a whole lot of rounds through it. I'll be running it in some classes. I got a 4-day rifle class coming up in October, and another rifle class in November. So I'll be running this through all of them And if I have any issues with any of their stuff, I will let you know. But knowing their reputation, their background, I don't expect to have problems, but I'll keep you guys all informed on them. All right, guys, it's Chris out here on the range. We're shooting the 11.5 mid-length gas that I put together with PRI's adjustable gas block. I got my boy Luke out here. He's gonna shoot it. First time that he's actually touched this thing. And we're gonna run a couple drills, see what his thoughts are on it. We'll see what it does, see what the recoil feels like. I'll probably shoot a couple and we'll go from there. What do you want to shoot first?
Bill drill sounds good.
Bill drill. We're starting with the bill drill. Everybody loves the bill drill. All right, man, go ahead and load it up. All right, shooter ready.
Ready.
Stand by. 138. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 clean. All right, let's see if he ends up. Let's check it out. Boot-do. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 clean A zone. All right, and a 138. First time he's ever shot that thing. How'd it feel?
Pretty good.
Pretty good?
Not bad. I like it a lot.
You like it? Recoil impulse?
Yeah, it felt good. The low one is my first one, and then I knew I was low, so I came back up higher. The high one is my second one.
All right, you want to do it one more time?
Sure.
Let's give it a second run. Shooter ready.
Ready.
Stand by.
First one's low again.
First one, tad low, 151. Tad low and a 151. We got one down in the Charlie. All right, my turn.
All right, there you go. Shooter ready.
Ready.
Stand by. That's better. 129.
129. My first shot a little bit high. All right. Let's see. Get full mag. All right. Now that we got the standby, I'm gonna shift to that left target and see what it looks like. Give me a clean one.
All right. Shooter ready.
Ready.
Stand by.
Did you pick it up?
130.
130.
Looks good to me. That's consistent, dude.
All right, 130. Let's see what a 130 looks like. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a 130. So I have a 129, a 130.
Yep.
Pretty consistent. I feel like the adjustable gas block, as well as it's tuned, is great, but it also kind of limits the cyclic rate of the gun. Do you get that feel?
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
So I don't know if we could shoot it much faster. Tell you what, I'm gonna hammer 6 as fast as I can pull the trigger. I don't even give a shit where it hits on the target.
Sure.
I just want to see how fast you can actually run the gun, see what the cyclic rate does.
All right, shooter ready.
Yep.
Stand by. 122.
So 122.
The best part is I think you're clean on your target.
I think it's clean too. All right, I'm gonna have you do the same thing.
Sure.
I'm not real concerned if it's all A zones. I just want to see how fast you can run it. Because like I said, I definitely know that it kind of limits the cyclic rate just a little bit, it feels like.
Sure.
All right, this is for pure speed, 6 rounds.
Okay.
Shooter ready?
Shooter ready.
Stand by. 112. So not too bad.
Sure.
Doesn't limit it too bad. So.
I think I had one Charlie there too. The one on the low right, I think.
One Charlie? Ooh, yeah, maybe. No?
I think so.
No, you're clean. Because there was one earlier, and then that's the line break.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
So, clean. Right on, man.
112 clean. It's not bad.
112 clean, going for pure speed. Right? That means you were playing it safe earlier.
I think I was.
All right, we're going to go. We marked anything outside the A zone. We're going to do a 2-2-2 across on the buzzer, all right?
Sure.
2-2-2. Any order you want.
All right.
I'll make sure this thing picks it up. Shooter ready.
Ready.
Stand by. 213. What we see clean, clean, and clean.
That was pretty conservative.
All right, too conservative. Let's do it again, man.
Was it too conservative?
213. All right, 222. Drive that gun.
Good.
Shooter ready.
Ready.
Stand by. Oh, out of
gas. Just my luck.
161. All right. So
definitely under 2.
Yeah, I think I definitely would've
161.
been a little bit faster on that one.
Clean, clean, and clean. Cool, my turn.
Right on. Stand by.
Did you get me?
150.
150, clean. Let's try it one more time. Ready.
Stand by. 163.
163,
I
clean.
think you might have had a Charlie in the second one. I'm not sure. Well,
We'll check it out here in a second.
I can't tell if that's a
All right, I
Sharpie
got
mark.
3 rounds left, so I'm just gonna go a 1-1-1.
Sure.
Driving them across.
All right, stand by.
Yep.
116.
116 for a 1-1-1. All right, let's see what you got. All of our runs on target A, clean. Everything clean.
That was your marker there.
Yeah, those were from earlier. So all those runs clean. All those runs clean. All of our runs are clean, man.
Yep. Shoots great, man.
I'll say, in terms of gas, you like it?
I've gotten no gas in the face at all.
None.
Bill drills, 222s, long strings, haven't had any gas in the face
Yeah,
at all.
I haven't. So interesting thing about it is this is not, I mean, it's adjustable, but it's a set and forget.
Right.
Right, so it's a set it where you want it, and it's got a thread locker, and then it basically carbon locks in place.
Mm-hmm.
You can adjust it, but to keep it from backing out. So it will not cycle with the can off.
Really?
It's a single shot. I built this as dedicated suppressed. I don't want to, I got a 6-port comp on there. I don't want to blow my eardrums out in the house anyway.
Sure.
But between that and their large latch, I get no gas.
Yeah.
No matter how
I
hard
agree.
I run that thing.
Sure.
So, cool.
Yeah. It's
Right
awesome.
on, man. Good shooting.
Thanks. You too.
All right, so we spent some time on the range with my 11.5 build using PRI's adjustable gas block. And final thoughts on it. It's really a matter of what you want. Super well built, very easy to install and use. If you are not worried about adjustability, right, to run suppressed or unsuppressed or tune this or that, it's a great option. Can you do that? Yes. Is it really designed to do that? No. Right? For something like that, maybe a superlative arms, right? With clicks, adjustment, rifle speed, anything like that. If you're building a dedicated rifle, right, like this one, dedicated suppressed, and it's like, I just want the perfect tune. You do get more adjustability by not having preset click points, right, for adjustments, but it's dedicated. So build quality is awesome. I have been super happy with it. Like I said, I don't see myself running this unsuppressed ever, so I don't have a reason to change it. I've put 500, 600, 800 rounds through this thing over the course of 3 and 4 days without cleaning it, and just a little bit of lube, and haven't had the first issue of reliability, so it's tuned just right. So, PRI makes good stuff. I mean, I used a bunch of PRI parts on this thing, the upper bolt carrier group, the gas block on it. So if you don't use any of their stuff, I would say, yeah, it's worth it, right? Obviously the Mark 12's quality, adjustable gas block, something you're after. The charging handle has been awesome. So my relationship with them, they're 20 minutes up the road. I buy all my own stuff, but they treat me good. They're nice guys to deal with. So check it out if you're looking for a build. Again, if you got questions, hit the comments. Be sure to hit that subscribe button down there, and hopefully be getting a few more videos up. My next one should be on my PTR 32 SBR, my 8.5 I just got put together, and we'll be working on that this winter. And if you got questions, leave them in the comments, guys. Appreciate it. This is Chris with Tactical Skills Development. Hope to see you on the range in 2025.